We're going to be working on some double eskrima striking drills right now. We call this double, triple, and flowing eskrima. They're kind of fun. 3 different ones. All right, some of you have just double and triple. One of you, I think, has double, triple, and flowing. But either way, we're going to demonstrate all 3 of them here. All right, here we go. We're going to grab 2 eskrima sticks. We're going to make sure our grip is correct, of course. Hand distance from the bottom. Don't want to be down there like that. All right, don't want to be way up here like that. This is basically a hand distance for a little bit of counterbalance in there, all right, on both sides. All right, what we're trying to do is we're going to do this. We'll just do the double, triple flowing drill at regular speed so you can kind of see what we're trying to get to. So ready? Let's do it. Double, triple, and flowing. Good. All right, we'll do it one more time. Ready? Here we go. Double, triple, and flowing. Boom. All right, that's the motion that we're trying to do. Okay, now let me show you what that looks like when I'm facing the camera so you can kind of see what we're trying to do. All right, we're going to start with a double eskrima striking drill. So double means 2 strikes. We're going to do 2 strikes with the same eskrima stick on each side. Okay, right side, left side. Okay, so I'm going to start from my fighting stance. I'm going to pivot and strike diagonally, kind of like that at head level or something like that. I'm going to follow through and strike down low at knee level. Notice where this stick is. It's not up here. Not down here. It's creating some sort of defense here, okay? So again, double is 1, 2, all right? Now I'm going to do the same thing with my other hand because we're going to practice both sides. 1, 2, okay? Now watch this. I'm not just going here and turning my wrist. It's not like I'm opening a door handle, okay? Not like that, okay? This is not going to have a lot of power to it, okay? I want you to hit, and then this comes off the elbow. Boom, okay? Hit. Boom, my arm is extended. Bam, bam. All right, don't get into the habit of hitting here and going like that, okay? Also, from a side view, if I hit like this and I do the door handle thing, I'm not really reaching out at a target. I'm just kind of standing in one spot. I need to be able to reach out and hit, reach out and hit. See that angle? All right, that's what's going to keep me from hitting my opponent's hand when we try to get close because we're not making contact and not sure why, right? We need to reach out, boom, like that. So hit, boom, reach out, boom, like that. Make sure we have that angle going on our stick and not just doing this little turn. Notice where my hand position is. Hand is up high, hand is down low. It's not hand up high, hand in the same spot. That's not what we're doing, okay? Make sure we get that simple motion there, 1 and 2, okay? Now, once you have that down, we can add the 3rd strike and do our triple strike. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to go back up, like another back fist. 1, 2, back up again. Okay, notice my other stick is up. Don't get in the habit of dropping it down. You have to get it to a point where you can know where this stick is while you're focusing on this hand doing whatever it is it's doing. All right, don't get lazy with our off hand, okay? We want to hit, boom, 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 boom. Notice how I'm pivoting my feet. I'm not pivoting my feet on every single strike, only on what we call the power strikes, the ones that are coming diagonally across my body. So here, bam, that's a power strike, right? Here, not so much. Here, not so much. But then this one's ready to come across. Boom, that's a power strike. Follow-up strike, follow-up strike. Okay, so on triple, we are only going to pivot on the power strikes. Double, same thing. Pivot once on the power strike, once on the power strike. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, flowing eskrima is going to be a lot more complicated. We're going to focus on the first few steps of flowing for right now. This is what it looks like from the front. Okay, I'm going to do some strikes with my right hand here, but when I strike with my right hand, my off hand is going to go in chamber to a point where it's ready to strike again in a different way. Okay, so instead of coming here, where I have to hit on this side, I'm going to go like this. Hit. Now this one can follow up right behind that stick. Okay, so that's why we're putting our hands in kind of like preparatory places for the next strike on this one. For double and triple, we're just getting the strike done out here, defending. Strike done and defending. For our flowing eskrima, we're striking and we're kind of like preparing the next strike and not as much defending, okay? So we're striking, bam, and getting this loaded, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to do the first 3 strikes on the flowing eskrima. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, okay? And just focus on that one side for now. We'll do the other side next time, okay? So watch how that works. My right hand is going to hit out. My left hand is going to come back here and chamber underneath my arm, okay? Now this hand is going to kind of go through where I hit, come to the other side of my head, and this one's going to reach out. Boom. All right, and striking right there. okay? Then at the end, I'm going to crisscross my hands, bang, and get back to this position, all right? So one more time. 1, 2, 3, just like that, okay? Just work those 3. 1, 2, 3, okay? Now for you overachievers, this is what the other side looks like, okay? So I've got 1, 2, and 3. What I'm going to do now is just do those same 3 strikes on the opposite side, okay? I'm going to go 1, notice the pivot, 2, 3, just like that, okay? Then when you put it all together, which we will do later on this month, but I'll give you a little highlight into it right now, we're going to be doing all 6 strikes in one flow, which is why we call it flowing a screamer. And you'll notice I've got 2 pivots. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to call this one 4, 5, 6. And then we can start over. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then when you just have that flow nice and solid, you can keep doing it back and forth all day long. So since they more like to sit here and just do flowing a screamer, just keep doing it. Hitting on the power strikes, 1 and 4. Boom, boom, just like that. Okay? So, focus on your feet, focus on your hand position on flowing, okay? And make sure our hand position is different on 1 and 2, on our double and our triple. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this one's over here. Okay? So, we'll focus on that a little bit more next week, but for now, get that fundamental basics down of our double, triple, and the first 3 strikes of flowing. We're going to be working on a head takedown at this point, and as the name implies, we're going to take the opponent to the ground by using their head as our primary control point. Alright? So here's how we're going to enter this particular technique, and of course there's lots of ways to enter. We can start from a clinch, we can start from all kinds of things, but for our sake of practice, we're going to do it off of a hook right here. So Sensei Moore's going to come in with that hook right here at my head. I'm going to duck it, cover, and I'm going to lunge in with a ridge hand to the groin. Boom. Alright, so ridge handing right here to the groin area. This could also be a strike, okay, but a ridge hand's a pretty effective way to do that. So we're going to throw a ridge hand right here. That's going to make him bend down, okay? And once that happens, I'm going to go ahead and get to my head takedown position. So I follow through with this ridge hand to the groin rather, bring my elbow up and slide with a back elbow to his head, and follow up with a drop elbow to his spine. Okay, now we're going to switch positions here so you can kind of see how it works on this side. Okay, so I just did the ridge hand here. I come back and lunge with my elbow and drop to the spine. Now these are the only 2 strikes where our other hand is not covering our head, right? So this ridge hand, we're over here defending, okay? And on this back elbow, our hand is already in motion to do a drop elbow. And notice how my hand usually on a drop elbow will be up here. In this case, it's down here because I'm going to go for my grab right away, okay? So that's an exception to our hands up rule, okay? So when this drop elbow happens, this hand grabs and gets his head to turn sideways. I'm going to hook his chin, okay? Now, if my forearm is long enough, I'm going to try to grab the bridge of his nose and keep elbow pressure on his spine, okay? It doesn't feel good to try to stand up and do an elbow pressure right on your spine. So I'm going to keep that to make sure he stays down. But if I have the extra benefit of being able to add a little bit of bridge of the nose pressure here to get that rotation I want, I'm going to do that, okay? So if you can't reach the bridge of the nose and keep pressure on the spine, use the pressure on the spine as the primary method, okay? But if you can do both, and I have pretty long forearms so I can grab both and apply that pressure, I'm going to hold this tight like a football, and now I'm going to step with my leg across. You'll notice his shoulders are lined up right with the center line of my chest. That's what we want. Okay, we don't want to be here. Okay, we don't want to be over here. Okay, we want to be center line right here so we have good control over the opponent. Remember, elbow to the spine, grab the bridge of the nose if you can, hold it tight, and now I'm going to lunge with this foot across. That's going to get him to start falling over and break his balance. From here, I'm going to continue this rotation, swing my back leg around, and turn his head all the way to the floor. I make him almost go all the way to the ground and smell the floor. Okay, I want to keep that head pressure all the way to the floor, and don't just start it and then release it. Guide him all the way to the floor. Okay, now once you're in this position here, this is where the head takedown portion ends, and you can do a finishing technique or something. All right, but that's as far as we want you to go for now. Get to this takedown position. All right, let's look at it again. All right, so we'll do the same side switch so you can kind of see what's going on. I'm wearing my red D's, you can kind of see the contrast because we kind of get intertwined a little bit here. So when he comes in, I'm going to cover, duck, and throw that ridge hand to the groin. Come back with this elbow to the back of the head and lunge a little bit so that my chest is in line with his shoulders. Now let's slide this way. Remember, here, here, here. Now I'm going to grab the bridge of the nose, hold tight. Okay, no gap here. Hold tight like I'm holding a football, if you guys are familiar with that type of situation. Holding tight here, lunge across to break their balance. Continue to rotate this head to the floor. Boom. Knee on rib right here, holding his head, hands up to defend against kicks or punches, and from here I can decide what I want to do, okay? Let's do it a little bit quicker because I want you to see what the smoothness should look like eventually. We'll do it from this side so they can see it from there, okay? So here he comes in, I'm going to go in and go boom, 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 move and down. Okay, that's the idea when you put it together, it could be nice and smooth. Now, let's do it in the air. Okay, so if I'm facing you, from right here, I'm going to duck and throw that ridge hand, lunge with the back elbow, drop elbow, grab the chin, grab the bridge of the nose, and now I'm going to lunge and spin and take him to the ground. All right? Now, one thing I want you to remember, when you're getting that head and you're getting that rotation, there's a right and wrong way to do that. Okay? Let's say I have Sensei Moore's head in that control point, so I'm here, boom, 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 I grab a hold. What I do not want to do is stand him up and then try to take him back down again. That's not going to work, okay? What I need to do is keep pressure down on him, all right, so that when he's down, here, 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 he stays down. You'll notice his head is always getting lower to the ground as I take him to the floor. From right here, I'm pushing down and rolling all the way to the floor. Okay, so don't lift up and back down. Okay, keep that pressure down with that elbow on the spine. All right, don't lift up, keep down pressure. All right, so in the air, one more time, it's going to look like this. Ridge hand, back elbow, drop elbow, grab the chin, grab the bridge of the nose if you can, otherwise just keep your hand here, keep that elbow on the spine. Okay, lunge, keeping pressure low and to the floor. Okay, so you can practice that in the air, no problem. Boom, 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 grab, down. All right, that's the motion, okay? Think of it as steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold tight is part of 5, but let's say 5, 6, 7. All right, so think of it kind of as 7 steps, okay? Go back, watch it, do it a lot, make it nice and fluid, and be careful with your partner on this, okay? Especially on that holding of the head. We don't want to do any damage to their neck, so be gentle, be kind, all right, and be careful.